Hi, I'm Dr. Stephen Wangen, the founder and medical director of the IBS Treatment Center. If you've been diagnosed with IBS or you're still trying to figure out what's going on with your gut, you've probably heard a lot of conflicting advice. Today, I want to break down the most common myths about IBS. Misconceptions that could be keeping you stuck and frustrated and still struggling with symptoms. Myth number one, IBS is all in your head. This is one of the most damaging myths out there, and I cannot tell you how many times I've had patients tell me that they've been told this. IBS is not just a psychological condition. It's a real physical disorder involving all kinds of issues related to foods, your immune system, the microbiome in your digestive tract, the gut-brain connection, and a whole lot of other things. But it's not a mental illness. If someone tells you to just relax or that it's all in your head, they don't understand IBS. And you deserve better treatment than that. All right, myth number two. IBS always involves diarrhea or pain. Now, IBS can include diarrhea or abdominal pain or cramping, but those symptoms are not required for you to have IBS. IBS can be just constipation, or it can be just gas and bloating. And some people with IBS have alternating diarrhea and constipation with gas and bloating. And some people with IBS have only abdominal pain with no digestive symptoms. So IBS is a very, very broad term that covers a lot of ground. Myth number three, IBS and IBD are basically the same thing. No, IBS and IBD might sound similar because they do sound similar, right? But they are completely different conditions. IBS stands for irritable bowel syndrome and largely means that your gut isn't working right, but there's no gross damage to the digestive tract that other than sometimes some relatively mild inflammation. So the doctor's not seeing any real big damage. Now, IBD stands for inflammatory bowel disease, and that includes Crohn's disease and ulcerative colitis. And it involves significant visual changes and damage to the gut lining and shows up on a scope when the doctor's looking with a colonoscopy or on other types of imaging. So while the symptoms can overlap, they can actually be super similar. The treatments and the long-term concerns and potential consequences can be very different. Myth number four. All right, myth number four is there is a test for IBS. Now, there is no test for IBS. There are tests for lots of other things going on in your digestive system and in that area. For tests for things like IBD, but there is no test for IBS. And that's why IBS is a diagnosis of exclusion. The doctor is testing for other things and ruling them out. And then when they don't find anything else, they label you with IBS, which is still not really all that useful if you stop to think about it, because it doesn't give you any more insight into what is causing your symptoms. And the next step after being diagnosed with IBS is to work with a doctor who can help you figure out exactly what is causing your symptoms, which is causing your IBS. Myth number five, stress causes IBS. So let's clarify this. Stress can make IBS worse, and managing stress can be a helpful part of treatment, but stress is not the root cause of your IBS. And if you're still not convinced, let me ask you a question. What medical condition is not made worse by stress? I can't think of one either because there isn't one. So stress can make your IBS worse, like it makes almost anything worse, but it's most likely not the real underlying cause of your IBS. It's exacerbating something else that is going on that is already down there making your digestive system weak and making it susceptible to the stress. So unless your digestion is completely awesome all the time when you don't have any stress, then stress is rarely the full story. So in fact, think about this. Your IBS is probably one of the main causes of the stress in your life, not the other way around. All right, myth number 6, you just have to live with it. Absolutely not. This is totally outdated thinking. Too many people are still told there's nothing you can do, there's no cure, you just need to manage your stress, eat more fiber. But at the IBS Treatment Center, we know that IBS is very treatable, especially when you take a root cause approach. There are real solutions, and the challenge is in sorting through all of them because there's a lot of different things that can be going on. So don't settle for just suffering with IBS. The right help can make a huge difference. Fiber always helps is myth number 7. Now this one's a little trickier because fiber helps some people with IBS, and that especially tends to be soluble fiber. But for others, fiber does nothing or even can make things worse. So fiber's not a one-size-fits-all issue. Fiber isn't bad for everyone, for sure, but the type, amount, and the timing of fiber, all those things matter. And even when or if fiber helps, it's generally still not addressing the root cause of the problem. So number 8 is IBS is caused by eating the wrong foods. Now, saying that just totally oversimplifies everything. Yes, diet is a huge factor in managing IBS, if that's all you're doing is managing it, but the cause is often deeper than your food choices. So some people eat a great diet and they still have lots of symptoms because of other things like gut infections and microbiome imbalances and immune responses to what you might think are seemingly harmless foods. So it's not just about eating clean or cutting out something like gluten. It's about the entire environment and the ecosystem in your digestive tract. Myth number 9, IBS only affects your digestion. So this is the last myth I'm going to attack, but this might surprise you, or maybe it doesn't if you have IBS, but IBS isn't just a digestive condition. It's really very common for people with IBS to also experience things like fatigue or brain fog or anxiety or mood swings and skin issues and nutrient deficiencies. And why? Because the gut is connected to the whole body, and especially the brain and the immune system. So when your gut is out of balance, it can affect everything from how you think to how you sleep. So if you're dealing with digestive symptoms and other symptoms beyond your stomach, you're not imagining it. It's all connected. So here are my final thoughts. There is so much misinformation about IBS out there, and unfortunately it keeps a lot of people from getting the help that they really need. So if you've been told to just deal with it, or if you're overwhelmed by all the dietary advice and you're still feeling lost, you're not alone. That's happening to a lot of people, and you do not have to keep suffering with IBS. And the good news is once you understand what's really driving your symptoms, you can finally take back control of your gut and then of course of your life. Now this video is sponsored by the IBS Treatment Center, and regardless of where you live, if you're looking for a deeper root cause approach to IBS and to digestive healing, check out the link above here and in the description below. If this video helped clear up some of those myths and misunderstandings for you, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe and share this with someone else who needs to hear it as well, because you're not alone. I know there's a lot of people suffering like this out there. Thank you for watching, and remember to take good care of your body. It's the only place that you have to live. Thank you for watching. We create informative videos like this weekly. So if you enjoyed it, please help our channel by sharing a screenshot or the link to the video on Facebook or Instagram or your favorite social media. And be sure to tag me wherever you post and let me know what you liked about the video and what topics you'd like me to discuss in the future. If you visit our website at ibstreatmentcenter.com, we're currently offering a free ebook on how to beat IBS, so be sure to check that out. It's time to take control of your digestive problems and get your life back. I'd also appreciate it if you could subscribe to our channel here, like this video, and leave a comment or question below. I'll do my best to read and respond to all of them. Thank you, and until next time.